Hello, and welcome to Dickinson's Real Deal. On this show, I help members of the public to get the very best price for their antiques and valuables.
£100. Money starting. Don't look at me like that.
I've seen a few sellers that are going to give our dealers a good run for their money.
I have never dealt with anyone as difficult as you.
You've wrung the last penny out of me. You really wrung it out of me.
Today, the show comes to you from Carlisle in Cumbria. Great crowd of people have turned up. What are they going to do? Take cash, gamble? Either way, they're going to want the real deal.
The goods are mounting up, so let's get over to Tim Hogarth's table, where Philip's ready to do business.
Bought a vase in today for Lalique, paid £120, and I'm hoping to get over £200 today.
Sounds like a tall order. Good luck.
Now, tell me how you acquired it.
I bought it 7 years ago in an auction company, just local.
Don't give too much away.
No, I'm not going to.
And do you collect Lalique?
I do, yes.
So you know all about it. You don't need me to tell you.
No.
But for the people at home, I'll tell them a little bit about Lalique. This vase dates from maybe the 50s, something like that. Would you say I was right?
I would think so, yeah.
And underneath here, we've got Lalique, France there. So Lalique is René Lalique, who is famous, well, world famous for his glass. He originally, Lalique started off as a jewellery designer. He made jewellery featuring glass in the Art Nouveau period. By the Art Deco period, he'd moved purely into glass objects. So, why are you selling it, Philip?
I just am. I've got some I've got some
That's
other
a bit of a weak
Yeah, it is really.
answer.
I've got other pieces at home that I'm keeping hold of.
Right, money. Let me see. 20, 40, 60, 80, £100. Money starting. Don't look at me like that. 120, 140, 160, 180, £200.
It's not bad for the start.
Hey, it's quite good. I was quite impressed with that, Philip. You meant to say, well done, Tim. 220.
I'd like a little bit more.
I'm sure you would.
Handsome-looking piece of Lalique. Independent valuers are saying £200 to £300. I mean, it's chunky.
That's it. I mean, it's a big.
It's substantial, and it's got plenty of oomph with it.
Yeah.
So you've got to say, do I fancy my chances at the auction? It has a reasonable chance.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you with him. He may tempt you more, he may not. And then you make the call. I would say, not a bad lot, that. There's chances with that.
I'm going to ask you a very personal question here, Philip.
Okay.
Are you showing a profit?
A little one. Can I squeeze you for another tenner?
It is a big, substantial
It
piece,
is a big piece,
isn't it? Yeah, I think you might be able to squeeze me for another tenner because I do think that it's got a profit in it. I do.
Okay.
So, have we got a deal?
We've got a deal on that one.
Lovely. Thank you very
Thank you very much.
Now, the pressing question I've got to ask you, what did you pay for it?
I paid 120 for it.
Well, that's a great deal. Well done. You've enjoyed it for all that time and
yes.
doubled your money.
Yeah. I got £30 more today than I expected, so yes, I think I've got the real deal.
I think for £230, a big chunk of Lalique like that, I've got to get a profit. I love it.
Well, let's hope all that enthusiasm pays off, Tim.
Alison? Hi.
Next up, Helen's ready for a nose at what Alison's brought in.
I fetched in a silver snuff mull and I hope to get more than £200 for it.
How do you intend on doing that then, Alison?
I'm going to get that money by being a tough negotiator.
Oh, watch out, Helen.
A little Scottish snuff mull.
Yes.
What can you tell me about this?
Well, I think it's about 1800s or maybe a little bit later.
Yeah.
Silver, and it's a semi-precious stone, I think.
A little cairngorm,
Yeah.
a little citrine. It's a traditional Scottish snuff mull, whereas in England they had snuff from boxes.
Yeah.
But in Scotland they were called mulls. So it's a peculiar shape and it's peculiarly Scottish.
Right.
And they were very decorative, and posh people had them at posh parties and they handed them round. When they were handing round the port, they handed round the snuff.
Yeah.
Probably late 19th century. This would be maybe stag's horn or cow horn, silver with a little stone. Is it a family piece, Alison?
Yeah, it's, well, it belongs to my son now, really.
So it was handed down to you?
Yeah.
And then you've handed it down to your son?
Yeah.
And your son doesn't want to keep it?
No, I don't think so. I think he'd
rather have the money.
cash.
Okay, well, I'll try and buy it. I'll put some money on the table and tell me, there's £100. Can that buy it?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Here's this David again.
So she's giving 100 quid, the wee Helen,
It's a start.
for the
It's a
snuff mull,
start.
and just look at that Cairngorm stone. Fabulous, £200 to £300. That's what the independents are saying. Great example. Beautiful horn, a wonderful stone in the top, worth every penny.
He always cost me money, Alison. He costs me money. £150 for your snuff mull.
No.
£170 for your snuff mull, Alison.
Maybe another one.
Another one? But what colour, Alison?
Well, a red one would be nice.
180. £185 for that snuff mull. That's me getting very, very close to where I could make any money. It's a nice thing, but that's quite a good price. It's 185. What are you thinking now? What do you think?
Well, I think a little bit more.
Look, there's £200 now on the table. Now that's equating to about £250 at auction. Do you think that's enough?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
I don't know. This is just right. £220. Now, think carefully about that.
One more. 250.
How about 240? Would 240 do it?
250.
250 is leaving me so little money. I'm getting nothing out of it at 250. But hey ho, there's your 250. Will we have a deal?
Deal.
We do have a deal. And you've wrung the last penny out of me. You really wrung it out of me. You're a very good negotiator.
Right, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank
It's
you.
a nice thing though.
Yeah, it is nice.
Well done, Alison. Getting 50 quid more than you wanted is certainly not to be sniffed at. Now, let's see if Ian can do just as well with Stuart Hofgartner. But what the heck has he brought in?
Is it a step ladder or a,
No, it's just a folding
what?
chair.
It's a folding chair, but not just a folding chair, is it?
Metamorphosis
Well,
chair.
Metamorphosis is perhaps not the right term for it, because metamorphosis really means it changes from one thing into another.
Yeah.
This is just a folding chair, but it is quite important. It is quite exciting. A little bit of wear and tear on it, I suppose, just makes it a little bit wobbly, but it's not in bad condition. It is really lovely, and it's all there. Now, I have had a look at the metalwork on it, and I desperately wanted to find a maker's name or a patent date, something to give me a clue. It doesn't mean it can't be researched, but it would make it a lot easier if it had a name on it.
Yeah.
Because the quality of these fittings here means it wasn't a homemade job. You know,
No.
It was a manufactured example.
Yep.
And it wasn't the only one, I'm sure, because it's been finished, it's been used.
Yep.
Basically, beech It is all beech. It might be a campaign chair. What is strange about it, when it's folded down, it doesn't completely flat pack. It's still quite bulky. It's still a bit awkward. So, not sure. Was it on a boat to stow it away underneath in the locker or in the cabin or something? Don't know. Interesting chair. I would have thought 1920s. The whole style of this is sort of 20s, and they did use beech an awful lot in that era. I like it. Okay, I've told you what I think about it, but how have you got it? How did you acquire it?
Well, I was looking on the internet because my partner had wanted something for the bedroom 4 years ago. She wanted a chair for a teddy bear to sit on, actually. So we found that on the internet and we purchased it. But now there's the bedroom's been changed, different colour and everything.
Yeah.
So she's wanting a shot of it.
Let's see if I can buy it. Here's as good as place as any for the money, I think. Yeah? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120 pounds.
No.
A miles away?
Well, near enough.
Near enough miles away?
Near enough.
130 pounds. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 130.
Another tenner?
130 pounds.
Another tenner?
130 pounds.
Okay then.
Okay.
Okay.
Well done. Thank you very much. We got a deal.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you.
I'm really pleased with the 130. I paid 60 for it 4 years ago, so I'm really happy.
Glad you're sitting pretty, Ian. Coming up.
I thought she was going to have a heart attack.
I came over all clammy.
Okay.
Find out what's making everyone giddy after the break. Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. Our dealers have their dosh at the ready, so let's join Debbie Serple for Hayley's lizard dish.
This piece is right up my street, and I'm looking forward to hopefully owning it.
Let's see how much you put down then.
Hayley, tell me, where did this come from?
My dad actually bought it for my mum, probably about 20, 25 years now, and he bought it for about £40, I think, at the time.
Gosh.
So it was a little present.
Fantastic buy. Now, do you know much about palissy ware?
Not really,
No.
to be honest, no.
Well, it's a sort of umbrella term for this type of realistic pottery.
Right.
It's made in Portugal, and some of the best pieces are made in Caldas, and they're marked in that way, as is this piece, which is also very nice to see. So on the bottom, we've got a mark, and although it's indistinct, you've got Reina Caldas, Portugal, and that's written on the bottom, which is really nice. And does Mum not like it?
No, she does. She really likes it, but I think it's just we've got a lot of sort of grandkids running around and things, so it's sort of is it going to get broken? So
they are very fragile.
Yeah.
They're made of a tin glaze type pottery, which if it's knocked against anything, it does have a tendency to chip.
Right.
Very often I look at pottery and I'm concerned when there's damage. But these ones can be restored, and to me the damage is not relevant.
Right.
But the lizard is in fantastic condition. Well, I'd really, really like to own it. It's right up my street. It's the sort of majolica that really turns me on, and I love it. So, I won't mess you around. 50, 100, 150. How does that sound, Hayley?
No.
That's a very definite no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
£200, Hayley, and here's David to help you out.
Now, there are the times when I come in here and I say, Debbie, you're being a bit careful, girl. Let's see some more money on the table. On this occasion, I am very well aware that this is right up Debbie's street. I suppose this is what, late 19th century? Nice collectible item. Our independent valuers and auctioneers, they're all between 100 and 180. I'm going to say on the day, that's a sound, fair offer.
What do you reckon? Are you going to shake my hand?
I think we might. I don't know if we should maybe go to auction just to see.
What would you be happy with?
I don't know, to be honest. I really don't. I just don't.
Do you want to have David back? To...
You see,
I
you never know in this business. It's taken me by surprise, but you obviously have a feeling now that you want to go to auction.
Yeah.
And I will take you to the auction, and there is every possibility you can do better. But in fairness, I'm going to hand back to our dealer and I'm going to say, it's pretty obvious to me that Debbie wants this. I thought, when you said, I'm going to the auction, I thought she was going to have a heart attack.
I came over all clammy.
OK, here's your second chance. Take a deep breath, girl, and get more captain.
Right. You're a tough cookie.
Sorry,
Hayley.
Debbie.
No, you're not. $220.
No, I still think I'm going to take it to auction. I'm sorry.
$240.
No, sorry.
20's away. Chocs away. $250.
No, I think we're still going to go to auction.
You're going to go to auction.
I'm sorry, Debbie. I know you really like it.
Hang on. $270. I have never dealt with anyone as difficult as you.
Just because I really like it. I mean, I know my mum likes it, but would you be willing to go any more? Or is that your final? Are you?
I'll go one more. That's $280. I probably haven't paid as much for a piece with just one single animal on it. I may have got a bit carried away today. That will be it. That's my final offer, £280. That's okay. All right.
Sorry.
Good luck.
Thank you
No,
so much.
You're really welcome.
Thank you.
It's a lovely piece. I'm sure it'll do well.
Blimey, Hayley, you're quite the risk taker. Hope you don't regret it. Will there be someone in the sale room who's as desperate to own it as Debbie? Auctioneer Tom Sargent is ready and waiting.
You turned down a very good offer of 280. You've got a reserve of 150 in the sale room. Let's see what happens.
The mid to late 19th century Portuguese Pallister style leaf dish. I'll start at 160, 170, 180 bid.
That's where we can value it at, you see. But you turned down 280. Will it get up to that?
180 for the Pallister style there at 180 bid. At 180, the Pallister style dish at 180 bid. At 180 for this one at 180 the lot. At 180, so we're selling then at £180.
OK, gone down at £180, which was kind of within the area of what our independent valuer said. We have a bit of commission to take off. It's just over 147 quid. You could have gone home with £280 on the dealer's day, which Debbie offered you. You said, no, I'm having a great time. I want to go to the auction.
Yeah, did you?
Are you having such a great time now?
Well, no, it's fine.
So on the day, the real deal was with Debbie, £280. That was the real deal, but we've enjoyed ourselves.
Definitely.
Glad to hear it. Now, back in the den, John's hoping Helen will take a liking to his sampler. They were made as a way of teaching young girls how to do needlework many years ago.
So tell me all about this sampler, please, John.
It was my godparents, my auntie, and she was also
so this
an auntie
was
as
your
well.
godmother?
Godmother, yeah.
Jane Weavers was your godmother?
Godmother, yeah.
And she did this when she was 12 in 1879?
That's right, yeah.
What a nice thing to have, John.
It
Isn't
is,
that
but
nice?
it is nice, yeah. But we're just going to cash it in and give the grandparents some money.
Absolutely, that's what they want now.
Yep, money, yep.
Now, samplers go back a long, long way, many hundreds of years.
Yep.
And serious sampler collectors tend to stop collecting samplers about 1820, 1830. That's about the cut-off date for serious sampler collectors. And they like them done very finely on silk. But there is a market for the later samplers, which this comes into that category, and this is on wool. So the wool ones are always bright, always cheerful, and it's a social document. It's a social record. These little girls, this is how they did their alphabet, and they all had to produce a sampler. Now, it is a decorative sampler, and I like the little red house.
Everybody likes the red house.
Well, why wouldn't you? It's so attractive, and you've kept it out of the light, and it's not faded. And the little dog's nice, but it is a wool sampler, so that's going to reflect on what I offer for it. But sometimes at auction they can do very well as well. So let me put £50. Let me put £60 on the table for your sampler. How do you think about that, John?
No.
No?
No.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Well, will I try a bit harder?
A little bit, yes.
A little bit harder. £70 for your sampler.
Getting warm.
I'm getting warmer. Well, I don't want to give a lot more for this sampler because of all the reasons I've explained to you. One more try, John. There's 85 pounds. That's going to be my last offer. John, what do you think? What are you going to do?
Fine, that's it, thank you.
You're going to take the deal?
Yes, take the deal.
Thank you very much.
Thank
I
you.
do
Thank
like
you
that
very much.
little red house. Thank you for bringing it in. I will not make a big profit. If I make £10, I'll be happy, but hopefully I'll maybe try and make 20.
Well, we'll see about that, Helen. Also coming up, a pair of Cantonese vases and a guessing game for Tim.
£60. No. Am I warm? Am I cold? Am I in Canton? Am I in Carlisle?
Or are you on another planet entirely? Find out after the break.
Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal.
The crowds are still raring to go, so there's no stopping. Val's ready to get stuck in with Debbie, and she's a woman who knows what she wants.
I brought my collection of brooches today. I would like between £80 and £100 off.
Well, fingers crossed.
Tell me about the collection.
Well, I have collected them a long time on my travels.
Right.
And most places that I go to.
So I
can't remember where
You've
I
got the
them
bug,
all.
the
Yes,
collecting bug.
yes, yeah.
And I can see that your eye for collecting is quite varied as well, because there isn't one particular theme, is there?
No, there isn't.
So you're just
Different
a magpie,
shapes.
aren't you?
Yes, that's true.
Now, I have looked, and we're talking probably about 30 to 40 costume jewellery brooches on each of your cushions.
Yes.
And to be honest, there aren't any in the entire collection that are precious or semi-precious. They are literally pieces of costume jewellery. If I was to pretend that this was a stall at a fair and I was coming to buy at your stall, I might ask you your best price on this one, the Queen, the young Queen, and your marquisite oval brooch, because both of those stand out as being the best of the lot.
Yeah.
But obviously you're not looking for me to make you an offer on those two and then disappear. You're looking to sell the whole lot as a collection.
Yes.
So, 20, £40 for all of them. How do you feel about that?
I'd like a little bit more.
You'd like a little
yes.
bit more. I'm very reluctant to go any further, but I will make a tentative offer of 5, and that would be me out. Here comes David to give us some advice.
How many years have you been collecting?
About 15 to 20 years.
And why are you giving up this wonderful collection?
Because I want a bit more space. They're on one of my beds at the moment.
OK, 80 to 100, 100 to 150 is the estimation. There is £45 on the table, which I don't think is good enough. I'm going to say to you, Val, take them to the auction, show them to a wider audience. There's a huge collection. Maybe a young person wants to start a collection of their own, and what a way to start with a wonderful collection like this. I think your best chance is at auction.
He's on your side, Val. So 45, clearly you're not happy with that.
No.
I hope you're not offended by my offer. And look, have you been to auction before?
I have, yes.
You have. Well, look, go with David, have a great day out, and I look forward to seeing how you get on.
Thank you very much.
Right, let's get over to the sale room to find out if Val can do better there.
Pounds, 373.
It's here in the sale room with a reserve of £70. We should sell it for that. It is coming up now over there. Let's see what happens.
Lot 295A, the collection of various costume jewellery brooches. I've 75, 80 bid. £80 a bid with me here at 80, £80 a bid. 90, 100, £100 a bid.
You see, there are buyers of costume jewellery. You can never tell.
100 for all the brooches, 110, 120 bid. At 120. 120 for all the brooches, 120. Selling at £120.
The gavel's just gone down at £120. We need to take off the commission. You're going home with just over £98. Now, first of all, your reaction to that. Was it within the parameter of what your expectation was?
Above the expectation, really. Yeah, I was very pleased.
OK. On the day, the real deal was here in the sale room. £120, real deal, 98 quid.
Well done. That's over double what Debbie offered. Let's get back to the den where Will's hoping to clinch a deal with Tim for his oriental vases.
Where have you got these from?
Well, I can't really remember. I've read them a bit. It could have been a cardboard, could have been an auction. I can't really remember.
Can't really remember. You're a bit of a wheeler dealer then, Will?
No, I just collect things.
Right. I mean, these are what we call Cantonese. So they've been made in China, obviously. This Canton, as we call it, was mass exported in the 19th century. Everything Oriental was huge in England. So you get little pieces of this up to great big vases in it, plates, dinner services, and made for the export market. However, the Chinese are starting to buy this back. Some of it does quite good money. However, these vases have got a few issues, Will, which I'm sure you're aware of, but I am going to point them out to you. We've got a crack here, Will. In fact, I think it's probably been off and glued back. And on that one, we've got a big chunk out of it there. Yeah. The people who buy Canton don't tend to buy it damaged. They don't like it damaged. They tend to want it in good condition. However, the blue decoration is quite unusual. Usually it's just more these panels of people. The blue is a little bit different. So you got any idea of the value?
Sort of.
Can you remember what you paid for them, Will?
Not really.
Not really. You're not giving a lot away to me, are you? 20, £40.
No, it's too low, that.
Too low. They are damaged, Will.
Aye, but they must have been made in that way.
What about £60? No? Am I warm? Am I cold? Am I in Canton? Am I in Carlisle?
You're getting the half it warm, I like, eh?
£70.
Are you close, like? You're not far away.
I think I'm very close.
Now, Will, they look like the kind of purchase someone made on a car boot sale. Would you be the person that was the purchaser on a car boot sale?
I think I got them out. I'm not sure, like. I maybe got them out of auction. I've had them a lot bit,
We've got two valuations, 50 to 80, 80 to 120. £70 is modest, but I'm going to bet that probably shows you a profit.
He's not telling.
If it is showing you a profit, my advice is this. Snatch that money up quickly, because I don't think they're worth a lot more than that with that damage. They are quite undesirable because of the damage.
£70. I could take that 10 back now, actually.
Do you not want to swap that 10 for a blue one?
I don't.
No. All right, with damage, I'll accept.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Now, can you not remember what you paid for these, Will?
I think it was maybe about 15.
Well, there you go. I got it out of you in the end, didn't I? The best deal was Will paying £15 to them because he's going to make a lot more profit than I will.
True, a return of 55 quid will be tough to top, but no harm in trying, Tim. Still to come, a set of maps has got Stuart flashing the cash.
500.
Well, you're getting there.
Will he go the distance or has he lost the plot? Welcome back to Dickinson's Real Deal. It's been a busy day and now there's only enough time for one more deal. Let's navigate our way over to Stuart's table for David's late 18th and early 19th century maps. They've caught the eye of the Duke and auctioneer Tom Sargent, so they're waiting to see what Stuart puts down.
This is exciting, isn't it?
It is for me.
Yeah, and for me. I love it. First of all, there's 6 maps here.
Right.
1800-ish.
Yes.
Give or take 5 or 10 years. On the original backing, on the big, on the polished cotton cloth, I do like them. I shouldn't really go in and tell you that straight away, should I? But you know.
I'm pleased to hear that.
Yeah. Tell me about them. Where you got them from?
I think they could possibly have been my father's. He was in the Royal Navy.
Was he?
He was a chief petty officer. And I've been sorting through the attic and I've been going through a lot of artefacts, and I found these amongst them, and I thought they may be worth something because they are quite old.
Yeah, yeah.
And very interesting because of the description of the countries.
The terminologies they've used and, and the printing methods they've used. They're not maritime maps.
No.
Even though he was in the Navy, as you say, naval-wise. But they are super. And it's interesting looking at these. You've had a visitor on board, haven't you, there?
I see that, yes.
And I've heard of bookworms, but this is not quite what it means, is it? This
no,
is a
it does
different
not.
sort of bookworm, isn't it?
It is.
The one that always comes to mind for me is, I always look for it straight away, is Tasmania called Van Diemen's Land?
And it is, yes.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
Yeah, and New Holland, see, for Australia.
Yeah.
Now, Tom, a nice collection of late Georgian maps. One in particular, which is Australia, is mapped as New Holland. It's not complete. The full exploration of Australia, I think, makes it very interesting, especially to Australian buyers. What about the map makers?
They made maps for the royal family, so that could also create a little more interest.
Okay. So we've got a good company, produce these maps. Where are you going to place your valuation, considering, you know, the damage and the rarity of something like this?
Because of the damage, we've put it on the conservative side at probably 300 to 400.
Okay. Well, the independent valuers, they've gone in exactly the same area. They've said £300 to £400. Now, the man across the table is Stuart. We all know he likes the good lot, an unusual, quirky lot, and this could be his cup of tea. Let's see what he puts on the table.
You brought them here to sell them for the right price?
Well, I do have a figure in mind.
It would be unfair of me to ask you what that figure was.
It would.
I'd have to work my way towards it, won't I, and see if we get there, okay? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400, 20, 40, 60, 80, 500.
Well, you're getting there.
Oh dear, Stuart, you've gone over the odds, but David's still not impressed. Just how much are those maps worth?
Now there's £500, which has already outstripped both of our independent and auctioneers' valuations.
So how much further will Stuart have to go?
20, 40, 60, 80, 600.
£600 on the table. What's your thoughts about that? Have we missed something here, Tom?
We may well have missed something, and as my old boss used to say, if you're going to gamble, gamble at auction.
OK, I'm going to go in there and I'm going to say there's potential here. The auctioneer's excited. He still thinks he may have underestimated and it may be worth more. I need to tell our seller.
600 on the table, David.
I think they're possibly worth a bit more than that.
Do you?
I do, yes.
Let's see what David has to say.
Well, I don't know what your expectation was when you came along today, but our independent valuers and auctioneer have both gone £300 to £400. Now, can I get you more by going to auction? There is a possibility. When you have early maps, Australasia, this part of the world, internet, there could well be buyers from down under on the internet, and there could not be. You've got a bit of a dilemma here. Do I take 600 quid? Do I gamble and go to auction? Do I take Stuart's £600? And maybe Stuart might want to give even more. I don't know that yet.
That would be nice.
I'm going to leave it with you. You think about it. If you want to go to the auction, I'd be delighted to take you there, and just maybe we will reel in a big fish. Good day, Australia.
Well, he likes them as I do, doesn't he?
Good.
How's the 600 grab you?
I think it's a very fair offer, but I think if you put down what's in your hand, that would seal the deal.
That would seal the deal. So we got another £40 in my hand. That's £640. We have a deal?
You have a deal.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Well done, David. You paid nothing, so that's a nice chunky take-home. And he's not the only one who's done well today. In fact, some of our other sellers have really put the dealers to shame. Do you remember Ian with the folding chair?
I'm really pleased with the 130. I paid 60 for it 4 years ago, so I'm really happy.
Bet you are. A profit of 70 quid beats Stuart. He hasn't made a penny on it yet. And Tim was upstaged today too. First with the Canton vases.
Can you not remember what you paid for these, Will?
I think it was maybe about 15.
I got it out of you in the end, didn't I?
Well, Will certainly got the last laugh. He made £55. And Philip also showed Tim how to do it. He sold his Lalique vase for £230.
I'm going to ask you a very personal question here, Philip.
Okay.
Are you showing a profit?
And the answer was yes. He made almost double what he paid for it. Today, our 3 top sellers have made nearly triple what our 4 professional dealers have managed to put together. Try harder next time, guys.
We've had a great day. Lots of atmosphere, lots of buying and selling. I always like to see that. Don't forget to join me, David Dickinson, next time for Dickinson's Real Deal. See you.